Hello guys. Okay, so in this video we will be going to learn to use structure in C. Okay, so what is a structure? Basically, we know what is an array. An array is a collection of data members of similar data type. So structure is a collection of data members of different data types. So let us understand this with the help of an example. Okay, so we need to write a program to store and display the name, roll number, and fees of a student using structure. Okay, so let's start this activity. Okay, so now right now I'm using CodeBlocks version 17.12. Okay, it is an integrated development environment which helps me to code that it's very easy to code in CodeBlocks. Okay, so basically many of students and actually most instructors also use CodeBlocks. Okay, so I'm creating a new file, an empty file. Okay, so I want it to name as struct1. Okay, so this thing already exists. Okay, no problem to replace it. Okay, right. Okay, so we begin with the header files. That is hash include stdio.h, that is standard input output.h. Okay, now let's see the syntax of declaring a structure. Okay, so what we write is we write struct and we write the name of the structure. In this case we need let's see the question again. We need to store and display name, roll number, and fees of a student. Okay, so we need to do this, right? So let's put structure student. Okay, that is easy. Cool. Right, now you need to open your curly brackets. Okay, now this is a structure of name student. Okay, now we need to declare the variables we are going to use in this structure. Okay, so we need to store the name, fees, and roll number. Okay, so now talking about the name is a character, right? So we give it a char name, and we know that storing a name requires a lot of bytes because some students may have a big name, so it's always safe to store it in an array, right? So so we give the name of an array of 20 this size. Okay, and now we declare our fees and roll number. Okay, so we declare our fees and roll number. Okay, right, now we open the main function, right? Okay, it's a function, so there has to be this opening closing normal brackets. Okay, and now again curly brackets. Right, now in this main function we need to start coding to print these. We need to accept it first from the user, the name, the fees, and the roll number, and then we need to print it back. Okay, so now this is the syntax of structure. Okay, do you notice the semicolon over here, right? So this is a part of the syntax. Okay, this is a part of the syntax. Now what we know about the structure is structure has a name and structure also has a variable. Okay, now there are two methods of declaring this variable. Let's see the method one. Okay, so now the structure variable can be declared as stru cd structure student, let's say s. So now s is my variable of the structure. Okay, so now we have declared this struct student s. Okay, now we need to print to tell the user to input the name, roll number, and the fees. Okay, so we do it with the help of printf statement. Printf, enter your name. Let's do it just in one line. Okay, so enter your name, roll number, and fees. Okay, right, now a scanf statement to input the values. Okay, scanf statement. Now %d for %s for name. We don't use %c, we use %s because we are using a string. We are not using a string, but we are using an array of characters that is basically a string. Okay, so we use %s. Or say %d, say %d again. Okay, now you say it as, okay, see, normally what we do, if this character name, int fees, roll number, if these all were in the main function, what you would do is you would use your ampersand sign and put name, and you would do it like again ampersand roll number. Okay, now one mistake I've made over here is roll number. This thing is not an identifier, so we cannot use this space. Okay, so we need to fill it either by this sign or just, you can say just roll number, not a big issue. Okay, so as I was telling, that if this whole thing was in the main function, we would have used it as and name and ampersand roll number. Okay, but this thing is outside the main block, in the structure block. Okay, so here comes the role of the dot operator. Okay, we have defined a variable of the structure. Okay, so we use this variable with the dot operator to access name, fees, and roll number. That is a part of the structure. Okay, so what we do is we just say it ampersand, we say it as s dot name. Okay, and similarly we say it as s dot roll number. Okay, so now we have given all the required inputs of name, roll number, and fees, okay, into this %s, %d, and %d respectively. Okay, right now it's time to print what the user has entered in a systematical way. Okay, so we have stored it. Now we're going to print it, or in short, display it. Okay, so now it's it's printf again, and it's, you can say it as name. Okay, name again, %s, then say it as say it as roll number, %d, and then say it as fees, %d again. Okay, Right, now assign them the values. That is again s dot name, and again s dot roll number, and again s dot fees. Okay, and with a semicolon. Okay, so we're almost finished with the coding part. Okay, so let's make it good to display. So we write it as /n to give it some space. Okay, and here too some /n statements initially and finally. /n and again a slash. Okay, so let's run this. Okay, first you need to save this. You can save this by pressing Ctrl and S. Okay, you can see the star has disappeared. Okay, now we need to build it. Okay, so this is the icon to build it. We press it. Okay, so it says build successfully. There were no compile time errors. Okay, so now let's run it. Okay, so it has run successfully. Enter your name, roll number, and fees. Okay, so now I enter a name. Let's say Sam. S-A-M. Okay, and roll number. Let's see, 34. Fees. Let's say 3,000. Okay, enter. Yeah, this it's printing for me. Name Sam. Roll number 34. Fees 3,000. Okay, too good. Now the program is working. It will be easier for us to do the next set of programs. Okay, so let's have an overview of this program. Okay, what is a structure? Okay, we know an array. Array is a collection of data members of similar data types. Okay, like name is an array, character name. Okay, if now this name array has elements of the data type character. If we define it as int name 20, then the name will have data type or elements of the data type int. Okay, they will have integers. Okay, so an array is a collection of data members of similar data type, while a structure, you can have different data types. See, we have used char, we have used int. You can see these are different data types. These are not the same. So these are different data types. Okay, so then we have seen the syntax of the structure. It ends in a semicolon. Okay, then we have defined a variable of this structure. Okay, struct student s. Okay, then we need to ask the user to input his name, roll number, and fees. Right, so we have printed this statement of enter your name, roll number, and fees. Okay, then we have scanf. We have used this scanf to get the input from the user, and unlike normal programs, we have used the dot operator to access members from the structure. Okay, so and next what we have done is we have printed it in a proper orderly manner. Okay, again by using a dot operator. Okay, and I had told you at the start of the video that I will tell you that there is another way of declaring this structure variable. Okay, so now what I'll do is I will cut this whole line. Okay, delete the whole line. And the other way of declaring this variable is by just putting an s here. Okay, s is the name of my variable of the structure. I put an s here, and there's no need for writing that structure student s. Okay, if you put a s directly over here. Okay, so let's save it and run it and see if there's an error. Okay, so now you can build and run at the same time, so you don't have to use two separate buttons. So I will directly use this. Okay, and you can see there was no error. It ran. Okay, the program is running properly. Okay, so let's look at the input again.
Okay, it's running properly. Okay, no problem. Okay, so thank you guys, and I'm eager to meet you in the next video and bring some more problems on the concept of this structure. Cool, thank you.